So this mechanical keyboard costs anywhere between £20 and £26 UK, depending on whether it's on a deal on Amazon, eBay, GearBest, etc. So at this price it becomes one of the cheapest fully mechanical keyboards available, at least on Amazon UK, where I picked it up from. So let's start off with the build, as having a mechanical keyboard which costs less than my cheap Logitech K400 Plus. You know things have been sacrificed, but here's a surprise. It's not in the build quality whatsoever. So it's made of plastic and metal, plastic on the outside and metal plate underneath the keys, which gives it that nice feeling when you're typing. The keyboard has a nice weight to it, also adding to the feeling that it's not a cheap product, while secretly being one. The cable on the keyboard, while it may not be braided, does have a thickish cord which terminates with a gold-plated USB connector. This is a nice touch, but I'm guessing it's just there for aesthetic reasons and doesn't actually serve a purpose. Flipping to the underside of the keyboard, you realise it doesn't have any drainage holes, so don't spill your choice of beverage on this one. It's not waterproof. The Amazon listing on UK site at least does state that it is spill-proof, but I find it hard to believe, as there is no drainage holes. The two kickstands are solid. They also have a nice thick rubber tip to help against any unwanted movements, you know, when you're gaming like a madman. Now, I will say this, more expensive keyboards with the flick out legs, they don't even have rubber tabs on them, so this is a really nice touch. Quickly touching on the unboxing experience, there really is not much to talk about here. One brown box with a keyboard inside, not even an instruction manual knocking around with badly translated English. So how do you figure out what the magical FN key combinations you need to use to make this keyboard work? Don't worry, it's printed rather nicely on the back of this box. All sarcasm aside, it's really not that bad. It's pretty simple to remember and honestly taking me around 10 minutes to figure it all out. We'll get into the typing sound test, LED levels, switches, etc. in a moment, but for now here are the 3 lighting effects with max, minimum speed and ambient light levels that can be achieved. So here is effect 1. Now, by pressing the up and down arrow keys you can increase the light levels of that effect, and by pressing the left and right arrow keys you can increase or decrease the speed of the effect. The same can be said for both of the other 2 effects. So here is effect 2. Effect 2 is fade, the lights fade in and out. Effect 3. So effect 3 is called jump. So as you type the lights will jump. Or more commonly known on some of the other keyboard, is called reactive mode. So the keyboard does use ABS plastic keycaps. Now that is to be expected on any mechanical keyboard at this price point. You would actually only expect to see something like PBT only on the most exotic of keyboards. Moving on to the switches, the keyboard uses a variant of the Cherry MX Blue switch, but for me they sound ever so slightly louder than the real MX switch. Here is a quick sound test. I was hoping for at least a keycap puller, but alas, one was not included. But to be fair, you can pick one up from Amazon for around £2. I'll hit you up with a link in the video description for a pretty decent one. You can clearly see the knockoff blue switch, which happens to be around 55 grams of actuation force. I did try to read the name on the switch to see what brand of the copy it was, but failed in my quest with the LED lights and the plastic being unreadable. So the keyboard uses no software. It is a case of plug and play. The keyboard does have 512k of internal memory, which isn't much, but you can sort some presets and a couple of key combinations. Now the typeface and font, to me, it's not too bad. Yes, it is a variant of that gamer font found on many cheap mechanical keyboards, but it is very functional. Some people might not like it, some people will. That's entirely up to you and personal preference. The keyboard has 13 orange switches, the remaining keys are blue. The highlighted keys will be the most common ones for gaming. So in conclusion, this is a pretty decent keyboard. I mean, the marketing ploy behind many of these keyboards is for gaming. Now for £20 to £25 to get a full mechanical keyboard with blue switches, I think it's a fantastic deal. I will hit you up with the links in the video description. My name is Mike, this is Tech404. Thank you for watching, I'll see you on the next video.